Hundreds of people converge on the State House demanding action from their lawmakers to finally do something about climate change. Arlington's climate change activists, young and old alike, sound the alarm about humanity's current relationship with our planet. Arlington leaders are hoping to get the word out about the potential dangers of lead in the water. This after an annual test on more than a dozen homes in town revealed a pair of very intriguing results. Arlington is poised to announce its new permanent police chief after the first of the year. Tonight we talked to the town manager about the selection process and why it took longer than anticipated. And ACMi's annual Christmas tree lighting pierces the cold, dark days of December once again, making your days merry and bright. There's music, stories, decorations, snacks. Even the big man punched the clock, taking time from his dinner break to pay us a visit before the big day.
From McLennan Park to Spy Pond, from Poets Corner to the Mystic River, we have Arlington covered. We're your neighbors, a friend you can turn to. This is ACMi News.
Hundreds of climate change activists who backed proposing laws supporting the Green New Deal marched through the streets of Boston on December 6th. Hello, I'm Tyler Valancourt.
And I'm Brenda Mahoney. Several students came from Arlington to show their support. Students from Thompson Elementary School held a rally before classes got started in Arlington and joined climate change activists at the State House. They also met with Representative Sean Garbely and staff members for State Senator Cindy Friedman and Representative David Rogers in Boston. They want legislators to pass a set of bills they see as essential to a Massachusetts Green New Deal. One of them would require the state to get all of its energy from renewable sources by 2045. They say it's not too late to address climate change, but the time to act is now. Lawmakers discussed how everyone can participate in the process and influence the passage of sweeping climate legislation in this session.
You know, if you look at the state representatives in Arlington, Lexington, Newton, Brookline, I think the common theme is you are going to find lawmakers who are very strong and friendly environmental policy and trying to pass very progressive legislation around climate change. The goal is to try to find friends of yours who might live in other parts of the state, who lawmaker may not be against what we're trying to do, but may not be fully active in the work and trying to get a lot of these bills passed. So my ask to you would be to reach out to some of your friends and ask them to call their lawmaker directly.
Students also staged a sit-in at the State House, saying they'd keep coming back until the new Green Deal is passed.
Yearly testing of Arlington's water turned up increased levels of lead in only 2 samples, but town leaders say that's enough to launch a campaign that focuses on the potential dangers. Now, the Select Board accepted a report submitted by Town Public Works Director Michael Rademacher. He told the board last week more than a dozen homes were tested, most of them older homes where the chances of an elevated lead level would be greater. Lead can cause serious health problems if ingested. It can damage the brain and the kidneys and can interfere with red blood cell production, which feeds oxygen to the body. Public Works is required to test homes once a year, and this year's test revealed some intriguing results.
What was interesting is that we selected these homes based on, like I say, the age and the possible presence of a lead service line. Arlington does not have, as far as we know in our records, many. And this was one historically that could have had it. And when we got the results, we went actually and dug up the line in the street, and it was, in fact, copper. So the problem is in the house itself. So even though Arlington's infrastructure was not the cause, it is still quite, it's a good idea to bring this to folks' attention because it highlights the fact that the problem can be in your own house and not necessarily in the, under your front lawn or in the street.
The greatest risk of lead exposure is to infants, young children, and pregnant women, so scientists have linked the effects of lead on the brain with lowered IQ in children. Information will also be sent out in the quarterly water bill.
This week, Arlington Zoning Board of Appeals unanimously agrees to extend its 100-day review process of Oak Tree Development's application to build townhomes and apartments near Thorndike Field. It's now scheduled to start in mid-April. At first, the board proposed having the schedule start this January 1st, but Oak Tree's lawyer requested an extension at this week's ZBA meeting, saying civil engineers have yet to obtain all necessary information. Oak Tree reps say the proposed 6 townhouses and 4-story apartment building on the Mugar property will allow for easy access to public transportation, which will reduce CO2 levels in the environment. Several Arlington residents showed up in the town hall before the meeting opposing the project. Select Board Chair Diane Mahan says the wetlands are viable and necessary for all town residents and that the project on the table will have a detrimental effect on Arlington. Oak Tree's attorneys are set to provide a complete and updated application 30 days before the April 14th deadline. You'll recall Arlington lost its fight with the state in October, seeking safe harbor from the Mugar development. The state rejected the town's assertion it had enough affordable housing to prevent the Mugar property from being developed. The town has been against the project since first proposed back in 2015.
The MBTA is moving the Route 87 bus layover from Broadway Plaza to 283 Broadway, right in front of Playtime Inc. Town leaders say the change begins December 16th. You might recall the Select Board approved the new layover spot in September. This comes after it was determined the current layover spot at the plaza is not long enough, making it hard for bus drivers to align with the curb. That makes it difficult for cars to maneuver around the bus, causing potential traffic concerns. Town leaders also received complaints from passers-by and patrons of nearby food businesses when the bus would idle for long periods of time at the existing layover stop, especially during the summer months. The new layover locales in front of Playtime Inc. along Broadway is roughly 500 feet from the plaza, making it safer and more accessible for pedestrians. Town leaders expect to hire a permanent police chief sometime next month, enlisting the help of an outside vendor during the selection process. This time, the position is only open to Arlington officers. And you may recall only captains were eligible in the past, but the town removed the police chief role from the civil service system months ago. Requirements for the job include a master's degree in law enforcement, criminal justice, public administration, or related fields, and 15 years experience. Initially, town leaders were set to pick a permanent chief last month, but decided to wait until the new year.
Also, I had committed for this first hiring out of civil service to be solely internal. So I wanted to continue to make sure that we had harmony with our bargaining units and that this transition from a civil service chief to a non-civil service chief was as smooth as possible organizationally. So though we wanted to have the opportunity to have a permanent chief sooner, making that delay so that the ranking officers felt like they had ample opportunity to prepare for taking that assessment center seemed the wise choice for us.
Julianne Flaherty has been on the job as acting police chief for nearly a year since Chief Frederick Ryan retired last January.
Scouts are helping to make the holidays a bit more bright for teens in need. Members of Troop 306 collected and bagged personal goods this week after holding a town-wide drive. Items from hats and mittens to personal care, trinkets, and candy treats will go to around 300 teenagers served by the Arlington office of the Department of Children and Families. Young Scouts say this is more than just a service project to them, that they can really relate to helping teens who may be going through a tough time.
I think the teens, just like, going through changes and other things, I think this is really going to help them not think about it when they're going through changes.
We're helping out people who are less fortunate with getting gifts for Christmas and other holiday seasons. And so one of the points of the Scout law is a Scout is helpful, so that we're being helpful to other people.
They like doing it. It's not a chore. They do get that feeling of giving back, and that's what Scouting is about. That and several other things, but it's a big part of what we do.
Well, good for the Scouts there. Well, Arlington got pelted again with more snow in the second week of December. This after nearly a foot of snow blanketed the town the first week in December. And this recent snowfall of 2 to 4 inches, is that a portent of things to come? Well, winter officially starts next week, and this is New England. Therefore, pretty sure the answer is yes. Arlington got hit with 1 to 3 inches in the early morning hours of December 11th, making it somewhat concerning for motorists during the morning rush hour. High temperatures hovered around the 60-degree mark, though, just the day before. And in just 18 hours, temperatures plummeted nearly 30 degrees to remind us spring is not even on the radar, folks. These shots in the heights were taken by ACMi News intern Harvey Kelly. Meteorologists say at this pace, we stand a chance of having a white Christmas, with temperatures fluctuating in the next week or so with rain or snow forecast for Christmas Day. We'll keep you posted.
We just want to take this time to thank all of our interns who work hard each and every day, helping us here at Studios A and B. ACMi cooked up a thank you lunch for our interns this week who hail from several area colleges and universities. These are the folks behind the scenes and at times in front of the camera who get the hands-on training they're seeking, whether it be in TV programming, public affairs, projects, promotional pieces, or creative fare, or ACMi News. What better way to thank their hard work in the fall semester than with pizza? We wish you the best of luck, and come visit us in the future when you hit the big time.
And with a little help from our intern friends, ACMi's Studio Nights is staging its 4th annual holiday show. In this year's holiday special, you can learn how to make candy cane wreaths, and you can fashion your own Christmas boxes using an ancient art form from the Far East, origami. Of course, ACMi's patented and trademark copyrighted Panda Bear made a cameo appearance to ring in the holidays. And what would this season be without cookies and cookie decorating contests? Well, making these culinary delights certainly enveloped ACMi's Kevin Wetmore in a sea of Yuletide emotion.
I'd never expected to win this, and I've never decorated a cookie before. This means a lot to me. I like when people smile, so I tried to capture that. And thank you so much. This is one of the best moments of my life. Merry Christmas.
We must move on to other stories before we get too misty-eyed. Studio Nights is now in its 5th year and continues bringing diverse perspectives to the creative table. Watch Studio Nights' 4th annual holiday special anytime. Just go to our website, acmi.tv. Did you get into that mix there, the holiday spirit, mixing anything up on that Studio Nights show yourself there?
No, I think I was there in spirit, not a lot of people's minds, but I was not there physically. You can't see me if you look at your TV, and if you do, call the police.
Well, coming up on the other side of the break, hold on for dear life. If not, you'll be sorry. And the Christmas puns just keep on coming. ACMi has the final sleigh in the stories coming up. Kind of our missile toast to the holiday season.
Yes, it's love at first sight. Hope you won't be claustrophobic after seeing these following reports. Okay, we're finished. ACMi's celebrated tree lighting is next, and the atmosphere was tremendous for sure. This is no laughing matter. Somebody please stop me, please. That and more when we come back.
If you see news happening in your area and you have a smartphone, you can see it, shoot it, send it. Make sure to hold your phone horizontally and send us your video. Or share your video with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just look for ACMi News.
Twas just days before Christmas, and all through the town, ACMi had its tree lighting, for which it's renowned. Okay, the rhyming doesn't quite measure up to the expertise of Mel Torme, but
our annual holiday tree lighting and storytelling was another great success, and if you missed it, here are some sights and sounds of our December 7th holiday celebration.
That sounded wonderful! That sounded wonderful! Was the night before Christmas, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. the kids have mostly been very nice, and I know I'm really looking forward to coming and visiting them in a few weeks. And we're getting everything ready now. We're up at the North Pole. Here's one of my elves, Holly, and all of the rest of the elves have been busy, like finishing off, making the toys, packing the toys, getting them ready. We're making sure that all of the reindeer are in shape and getting ready to fly, and we're ready, and we cannot wait to be in the air and coming to Arlington and visiting all of the children here.
All right, now, Holly, Santa gets all the credit, but, you have to keep him in check. How have things been for the year keeping the big man in check here?
They've been very good. Santa's been very good, too.
There you go. There you go.
3, 2, 1. Do, 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 happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday, while the merry bells keep ringing, happy holiday to you, it's the holiday season. Santa Claus is coming round. The Christmas snow is right on the ground. When old Santa gets into town, he'll be coming down the chimney down. He'll be coming down the chimney down. It's the holiday season, holiday season. Santa Claus has got a toy for every good girl and good little boy. Santa's a great big bundle of joy when he's coming down the chimney down. When he's coming down the chimney down, he'll have a big fat pack upon his back. And lots of goodies for you and for me. So leave a peppermint stick for old Saint Nick hanging on the Christmas tree. It's the holiday season. And whoop-dee-doo and dickory-dock. And don't forget to hang up your sock, 'cause just exactly at 12 o'clock, he'll be coming down the chimney, coming down the chimney, coming down the chimney down. Happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday, while the merry bells keep ringing. Happy holiday, holidays to you. Happy holiday, happy holidays.
Would you like to have any Christmas wish for Arlington for not only the holiday season but also next year?
Certainly, certainly. I wish you all a very happy and healthy holiday season, and I hope that the new year brings you all the best blessings and peace and all that you may ever wish for. This is Santa saying thank you very much.
Many holiday activities taking place at Arlington High School, and the winter season is now underway.
Well, let's go to Studio B with a look at our weekly Ponderscope and all your Arlington sports action. Take it away, Studio B.
Welcome to the Ponderscope, your Arlington High School news, updates, and more. 'Tis the season for holiday concerts. On Friday, December 13th, the Performing Arts program will hold their annual winter concert in the Low Auditorium. Including performances from the band, orchestra, and chorus, the event will feature a variety of holiday classics that are sure to put everyone in a festive and jolly spirit. In case you missed this or any other concert, be sure to check ACMi for full coverage of all school performances. A reminder to students that are interested in the South Africa trip that the deadline to register is rapidly approaching. Be sure to contact Miss Bennett and/or Miss Faisal with any questions. As an alternate travel opportunity, AHS is offering a service trip to Puerto Rico over April vacation for all interested students. All questions about this trip can be directed to Miss Morris at eamorris@arlington.k12.ma.us. In the week leading up to vacation, the AHS Student Council will sponsor a holiday-themed Spirit Week. This week will include a number of dress-ups such as holiday hats, ugly sweaters, and pajamas. It will also involve a number of festive activities throughout the building with the occasional servings of hot cocoa. Keep an eye out for more information about all events throughout the week. I'm Sam Derringer, and this has been the Ponder Scope. On behalf of all of us here at the Ponder Scope, we wish you a happy, safe, and relaxing holiday season. We'll see you in the new year. And now, over to Nick reporting from the Kozlowski Gym for your sports update.
Thanks, Sam. I'm here at the court where both the boys and girls basketball squads are preparing for their start of the season. Both teams will take on Woburn on Friday night, with the boys tipping off at 5:30 and the girls at 7. If you're unable to make it to the contest, ACMi will be covering it, and it will appear on our YouTube channel and the Education channel. That's it for this week's edition of the Sports Update. I'm Nick Antonakis. Back to you at Studio A.
Thanks as always, guys, and especially you, Nick. And of course, stay with us for all your latest news and sports updates. That'll do it for us here in Studio A. I'm Tyler Valancourt.
And I'm Brenda Mahoney. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.
You can always check out our latest segments and newscasts on the web at acmi.tv/news. And don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ACMi News. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You'll find us at youtube.com/ACMi News. If you have any news tips for us or wish to become a citizen journalist, we'd love to hear from you. Email us at news@acmi.tv or stop by ACMI Studio A at 85 Park Avenue.